Hello, YouTube. How's everybody? So, I got a lot of, I want to start a business. I want to, start my own program. How do you start? How long does it take? So this is that type of video. Um, Building and coding, it's not that hard. It's not that hard of a trade. But it took me a long time to actually master, my field. And me as an instructor, me as an RCM director, a founder, a CEO, a president, all these different things are combined into one. And I take all of that and initiate that in my teaching. So, as far as me and how I started to, I won't say have a passion for what I do, started many years ago. And you guys hear me say this in my videos on a regular basis. And once I was actually introduced to medical billing and coding, it was like, what is that? You know, I started probably back in 2001, actually working at a billing facility, which was called Factory Practice. Started at North Shore, Long Island, Jewish, many years ago. Um, I met this person named Tonya. And yeah, I'm mentioning your name, girl. Always mention your name. And I mean, again, I've mentioned this plenty of times. She taught me, I never even seen an Excel page. I'm like, I did nursing before for billing. So I never even seen an Excel. I'm like, Microsoft, oh, I've seen that before, certain things. But anyway, as I started in medical billing, I just gradually took a liking to what I was doing and what I was learning. I didn't go to school for medical billing and coding at that point. Um, to me, I don't even now, I don't think people should have to go to school for medical billing and coding. You could learn yourself these type of trades, and this is why I developed a program that is like this much of a cost. To me, it's not even a cost. The cost is like zero to me. If I can get enough of subscribers on this channel, I can put that full course on this channel. Um, the course that I have created myself, I have developed these questions. I have developed this course. I learned other courses. I learned from different colleges. I learned from different schools. I learned from different hospitals, facilities. This wasn't overnight. This wasn't overnight. I went to college. I went to nursing school. I learned from my peers. I even wanted to be an attorney and learn some of the things from that. And I didn't continue on at St. John's, but I understood what it meant, HIPAA and to, federal regulations. So all these things have to be combined into one. It sounds hard, but it just takes a long time for you to actually have a passion for something and then just do it. It took me many years, many years. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. The other one, I procrastinated for so many years about doing this project. And what it has to come to me in a way where, Lisa, you've had this position. You work here. You work there. We learned that specialty. We learned that specialty. We learned this specialty. Wait a minute. I need to go here. Let me see if they'll hire me. Boom. Just like that. And don't get me wrong, I appreciate everybody who gave me any and all opportunity to learn something. And I may have taken that in stride to learn it for now. Now I'm launching off what I want to launch off. A lot of people say, am I too old to learn medical billing? Am I too old to learn it? You're not too old. You can learn anything you want to. You got to have that mindset to just get in there and do it. The courses that I have derived, I don't micromanage anybody. You get in there, you do the course. You need to contact me. My information is right there. I give you the Zoom, go through the Zoom. They do it the same way in college. You talking about $16,000 for the same course. $16,000 for certain courses that you could teach yourself. That's why I say, it's never too late. You have to learn the trade, if not master the trade, before you can own it. Put it out there. Put it out there. See what type of feedback that you get. In medical billing, I seen so many YouTubers I'm not gonna call them YouTubers. I'm not sure if the YouTube is what they do at 100%, but I seen a lot of medical billing instructors, teachers, practitioners. I relate to residents, doctors. I keep all those type of people on all of my social media. When you go to my social media, that's what you see. You see doctors, you see residents, you see nurses, you see people who need to learn medical billing or people who need to know about it. And when I do that, I make sure that the physicians, they got to know their worth. A lot of physicians, they want to know coding. A lot of physicians, when you're doing their billing, they the billers. No, you send it. You don't need a referral with that. I get paid with all that. You might get paid because they probably overlooked that. Give it about another 2 months, they're gonna want to recoup that money. Okay, so you got a lot of them like that, and it's so good to get to know your provider because you and the provider will have a relationship, and that provider will know. Come on now, we got to do this way. I have so many different type of providers that it's just like I'm their sister. It's like, all right, Lisa, let's do this, let's do that. You gotta look at the dashboards, this, that, this, where's the money? This money lost, that money lost. That's beyond medical billing code, and that's director stuff. But that's what you got to head towards. I not only teach. A lot of people on my Instagram, well, what is the program? Which one do you do? I do both. I am a revenue cycle management director. I work at hospitals and physicians' offices, wherever. Okay. I teach the medical billing and coding. Okay. So that's two things that we do. You finish my program, I help you to get a job. You need your resume tightened up. Let's fix it. We don't know what to put on there. We're gonna find out what to put on there. I have a resume portion in my program. You guys can take a look at that. In your syllabus, there's a lot of stuff on there. I think I had tests in there before. Not really tests, managerial questions that I might ask somebody if I'm hiring though. So that's the gist of that. When I go in as leadership, I go in as revenue cycle management, I go in as the billing manager, supervisor, things like that. That's when I go in, that's how I go in. And that's how I live. I have to have that day job, and I have to have my business on the side because that's what I want to do. Okay, there will be a point where it's just 100, where I'm just doing this. But at this point, right now, the teaching is what I'm doing. Okay, this is when you guys see me in here in this room, that's what I'm doing. I'm teaching. When I'm in the office, I'm working. I work for the man. Yep. I work for the man. I don't just have this program, but the experience that I have to give you what you need, we're going to roll with that. I see so many medical billing teachers, coders. Look at my Instagram. I have thousands of them on there. I won't say thousands. Okay, it's getting there, right? Soon we're going to have thousands, but we have a lot of them there. That have so much to teach everybody. If I see something from one of them, I'm going to drop it in my course that I, put on YouTube. Because what do you call them? I don't know what you call them. YouTube movies. When I post this, you know how you share. So, I'll share a lot of their stuff if I think that it is pertaining to what I'm teaching you. And if it's something that's gonna take you to the next level. That's what it's all about. Taking you to the next level. Here, you have to do medical billing first. Okay. Sapphire physician coding. Okay. We are not physicians. Okay, it's Sapphire Physician Coding. The company is Sapphire. We do physician coding. Okay, physicians at Sapphire Coding. It's the physicians and then Sapphire Coding because we work with the physicians. Okay, we work directly with the physicians. That's the leadership team. The teaching and the students, that's different. We working you up to get there. Okay, the leadership team, that's what we do. Okay, we work with the leadership, the CEOs, the VPs, and the higher up. We get them what they need. That's who we work for. What I'm giving you is going to get you to that point. You have, like I said, you have to learn the business to own the business. And again, you guys know I always say this: confidence through the roof. When I say confidence through the roof, take this course to the roof. I'm giving you the tools to teach yourself. Basically, that's what I'm doing. Because I'm not sitting there every day holding your hand and showing you medical billing, showing you code and X, Y. I don't do that. I don't do that. Call me, text me, email me. Let's do this. When you watch that Zoom for female reproduction, you watch that, Zoom, watch it over, watch it over. All right, I got to call Lisa. I'm lost. You come across a word in it that you don't understand, you type it in and figure it out. If you sending me a summary and you don't like the words, type it in and give me a word better than what. Okay, because I still want you to use APA. You don't have to, but I would prefer you use APA so I can keep that type of format in there. Okay, that's a form of writing style. Okay, you don't have to be perfect. Just try to stay in that APA double space Times New Roman type of style. Okay. No, I don't need a conclusion. Just give me the summary so I can know that you good with that subject. Okay. So that's what it's all about. Because I see a lot of people that are kind of fierce a little bit. I don't know if I'm using the right word, but when you want to talk about something and you put it out there, you kind of scared to say everything that you want to say because you work for the man. You got to get your check, so you have to be careful. When you have your own business, that does not take place. You say what you need to say to get your point across. You're not going to be disrespectful, but you're going to say what you need to say. Because in the billing field, you have, the Blue Cross and United Healthcare and them, you have to find somebody to be your friend because not on a personal level, on a work level, because you need her to pull what you need to pull. If you sent over a pill, you need that pill looked at. Okay. You dropping codes that is right and they're denying them for no reason. You need to find out what's going on. That's your go-to person. That's your go-to person. After you learn the business, y'all know I'm gonna keep saying this. When you learn the business, that's when you own it. You can go in there and you can take over that office and do what you need to do. That's what I do. I go in, I take over the office, period. What's going on? If I think that billing department needs to be outsourced, I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting rid of them. I'm get rid of them nice, and I'm gonna put that billing outsource because the goal is to get the revenue. The provider must be paid. If the provider is losing money and he got 99 billers, and what are they doing? And that's not going to work. If you got a spreadsheet with a bunch of no shows or a bunch of no charges, no a bunch of cases, no charges, or appointments and no charges, the manager, she should be looking at that. If she's not, what I need her for? If they're gonna bring it to me and I gotta look at it, what do I need you for? You see what I'm saying? So when you master a trade, you have to go in and you have to do what you have to do. The goal to me is to get the money. Okay, that's the goal to me. Because if I can't get this money for this provider, if I can't get this team on the right track, if I can't pull this integrity team up to the highest standards, then we got a problem. So that's what I go in and do. I look at what's going on. Let me analyze this. Let me see the money from from March. Let me go see that money from April. If I see it up and down, now I got to go in and see, okay, so what happened? Is it too much turnover? Are they getting paid too much? Do I need to pay them a little more? Which I'm good for that. I give raises, or as soon as I come in, I just see how much they make and I'm giving them money. Because to me, the more money I give you, the more you're going to prosper for me. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I do. A lot of, the VPs may not like it, but they got to understand you still got to have a trade. You know what I'm saying? Straight billers coming in. Sometimes I come in and I see billers making $21 an hour. Are you serious? I'm bumping you to 25 and I'm calling you team leader. I'm bumping you to this. Let me call you something else. All of y'all are classified as billers, but y'all are not all billers. You're the coder. So why are you billing? All right. So the only way I can give you this raise is I need to change a couple of names around. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's why we made this thing team leader. I hate the team leader word, but we made the team leaders so we wouldn't have to pay the supervisors all the money that you know what I'm saying? That's why they made team leaders, because team leaders do the same stuff that the supervisors do. Some of them do the same stuff as managers do. That's the trick. I just let that out the bag. So if some of y'all are team leaders, that's just a form that we created. And this is my opinion, so don't go saying Lisa said. Listen, if I could pay you $26 an hour and I don't have to pay her 35, I'm doing it. I'm gonna teach you what I need to teach you, and hopefully you've been there for many, many years, and you just want to be the team leader. You really want to be the supervisor, but you don't want to take on all that. The only thing you're not gonna do, you're not gonna head meetings. That's what you're not gonna do. You're not gonna do payroll. You're not gonna do the schedule. That's it. Other than that, you're doing the same thing that regular supervisors are doing. The supervisor, she's gonna do that. Or I might even go ahead and take that over. Okay, you go ahead and take that over. Let me see how you work. That saves the company money. I'm about to save this doctor money. You see what I'm saying? And people have different philosophy when they go into billing and coding. To me, I have to make this provider money. Okay. I'm looking at the camera now. So I'm getting used to this camera thing. I have to make the provider money. I have to make sure that the provider keeps his revenue. I have to make sure that the revenue is flowing. This is me that I'm talking about, not the teaching part. This is the provider part. When I come in, I have to make sure that we have adequate staff. If not, I have to hire. Technically, even at neurosurgery, several people left, several people went to Trinity, XYZ. I hired the best so that they will take the place of those 4 that left. That's 2 salaries in a place of 4. You see how that rolled out? That's 2 salaries in a place of 4. And I felt like at that point, that company would be all right, even if they outsource again, even though the billing department folded. You got a big company with like 5 people in the billing department, and only one of them have mastered that whole department. And guess what? They left. And guess who didn't know anything about billing, coding? In the dark. So you got to come in and go, boom, let me hire this one. Do you have this? Do you have that? They good. I'm out. I'm okay. I can go now. You see what I'm saying? So, in retrospect to learning billing and coding and revenue cycle and, all these different things that pertain to facilities and how they work, you got to learn the trade first. Then you will learn the facility. There's some facilities and hospitals, they teach you what they need to have done. Sometimes you go in there is nobody to give you a soft handoff. You got to go in there and do what you have to do. And I think my issue persona probably is that I like being my own boss. I'm not gonna say I don't like being the RCM director or whatever, when I go in there, but I like to create, and then I'll give you that. If I'm hiring, let me hire and I'm gonna give you that. Let me see how that does. When they say, what's your niche? That's my niche. My niche is to teach you so you can go in there and do what I don't need to do. You see what I'm saying? So, teaching to me is number 1, and then being a provider's right hand is number 2. Okay, because when I go in, I'm still teaching. I'm teaching the employees what they need to do. So I'm teaching them. You're still the boss, but you're still teaching. So when I go in, I got to go and practice management accounting in a minute. That's in North Carolina. But again, you guys know I'm online. Most of the time I'm working online, and I might work for this one, I might work for that one, or I might have to go in house. Do I want to go like on a long-term permanent basis and stuff like that? Of course I do. My JB, how do you say it? My day JB. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Bing, bing, bing. I just do it at home. Boom, boom, boom. So, again, do not think that you're too old to do this. You have to have that mindset. I'm gonna use my niece as an example. We were at the table, we go to my sister's every Sunday for dinner. And my niece, she they want her to be leadership, but she is a biller. She is doing billing, she's doing charge entry. She's at a toss-up, but she says she doesn't want leadership. I told her to pursue leadership. My sister says, okay, no, do the coding, learn the coding if you don't want to be bothered with people and you don't want to have that type of leadership and you really want to continue to work hard. Because doing the leadership and other steps, you do have to go into the facility. Like my sister, she's a revenue cycle management director for New York. We live in CT, so she has to go there. So, we have different opinions. I think she should go for the leadership. And as you're in that leadership position, learn to build and code. Learn to build and code it. Because in a leadership position, you need to know building and coding. You see what I'm saying? If you go in there and use your leadership, you say you don't want leadership. Okay. But you want to learn coding. Most of the RNs that run the OR, they have to know coding. A lot of the managers at the hospitals, they need to know coding. Okay, they need to be certified in coding. Look for CPC, CFF, whatever you want to call it. Okay, don't forget www.aapc.com. Hit them up. Okay, did I say that right? Yeah, that's where you take your certification. But I can't even tell how long I'm in. I don't have no glasses on, so y'all know I completely can't see. But I wanted to make sure I try to be clear on this because I have a couple of emails that's regarding that. I have people that I know on the street that ask me that. Well, how did you do this? How did you do that? If I take the course, will I do this? Will I? It takes a minute. That's all. It takes a minute to make sure what your passion is and what you want to do. You want to do billing, you want to do coding. You want to do both? We teach three things: medical billing, medical terminology, and the coding. The coding I teach is step by step from the step-by-step book and the CPC guide, because that's the test that you're going to take with Sapphire Physician Coding. And don't forget, blackphoenix.com. Black Phoenix is for everybody. That is a workshop that is, I have a store. It's called Black Phoenix Sales. And our Black Phoenix is Black Phoenix Team Ups. That's everybody. When I say Black Phoenix Team Ups, when y'all hear me say that and I'll drop that on your Instagram or whatever, you with us. Okay, you are helping people, and that's what it's about. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I have a business and I help people, whether it's helping providers, whether it's helping a nurse, doctor, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just students who learn coding. Coding is something that will not decimate. You will see this around for a long time. Everybody needs billers and coders. When I say everything, I'm pertaining to the medical field. Everything else too. People have to bill. You have different type of billers, X, Y, Z. Going to school for medical billing and coding, I praise y'all, because I went too. But I just, at this point, I think that I can give y'all, what you need. I can give y'all what you need. I mean, I've down packed those curriculums to give you extra. The books that you are going to use, you go through every single chapter. When you see my program, if there's 22 chapters in the insurance book, okay, we go through every single one of those chapters. I don't just talk like how I'm talking now. I go to every single chapter. We're going through step-by-step book, every single chapter. We're going through the CPT book, every single chapter we go through CPT. Okay, we're going through tabular list, the index. I'm going to show you XYZ. I can't teach you how to be a master. You're going to teach yourself how to be a master, because every time you do it, you're going to be like, you can't even tear yourself away from that book. Your day is going to be thinking about coding. You're going to be eating and sleeping coding. Did I do this? Did I do that? What does that mean? Wait a minute. I know my niece mentioned something about a diagnosis yesterday, and nobody at the hospital could find a diagnosis. Maybe it was a new diagnosis. Did they have select coda? Okay, they got 360. Figure it out. Everybody, that's not my hospital, that's my sister's hospital. But in retrospect to that, you have to find what you need. Find what you need. If you really can't find it, you need to contact Medicare, and they need to tell you what that is. Okay, hit AMA up directly. Gee, that's how I am. I go straight to the gusto. If I come into a new facility, I don't know your practice. If you got Epic, Athena, IDX, Next Gen, I'm good with that. I just learned eClinic maybe a couple of years ago, but it's so many different practice managers you have going in, you got to get it. If I don't know, I'm calling the company direct. I'm calling customer service on Next Gen if I don't remember. If I don't remember. If I don't know, I don't know. I'm about to find out, so don't worry about it. Give me about 5 minutes. So you have to teach yourself these things. That's why I said, even if you go to school for medical billing, you're not going to get it just like that. Even if it's your passion, you have to learn and you have to train yourself. You have to learn. When you go to school, they're giving you information. What are you doing? You're reading it and retaining it in your mind. You're reading it and retaining it. When you go to college and you go to be a doctor, they ain't screwing nothing there. Okay, doctor, you're a doctor. Okay, no, you reading, retaining, and hopefully you're remembering what you need to do. You have to learn. You have to learn. If you at home and somebody gives you this book, this book, that question, this question, that question, learn it. Learn it. That's how you're gonna do it. There's so much stuff on YouTube right now. I call it YouTube University. I'm telling you right now, YouTube has so much stuff on it. Nobody should be lost. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, you guys subscribe to my channel. And to get the courses, look below. I'll put the link below, www.blackphoenixsales.etsy.com. And you guys can also go www.sapphirecoding.com. You also can go amazon.com, just type in Sapphire Position Coding. I try to put this program all over the place so people can get it. But YouTube, if I have to get enough of subscribers to put that course on here at 100%. So that was a discussion. I'm jumping to that because I mentioned that the other day, how we're going to put this program on, how we're going to X, Y, Z. So I have to get enough of subscribers. I know my subscribers is low right now, and I'm pretty sure that's because I'm not really on that much, but now I'm more consistent. I'm more consistent. I'll try to get on as much as I can, but I'd be so busy. It's like I have so many different things going on. It's like you have to get on here. You know what I'm saying? If this is going to be one of your go-tos, you have to participate. You have to be on here. And I need to make sure that I'm there for y'all when y'all need questions. Probably soon I'll be start doing a live one. I gotta have enough of I can do it now, but I want to have a couple more subscribers so I can do it live. But I don't have a problem doing it now, but I just need to know when you guys are going to work and when I need to put this on. I probably have about 30 now. And some of those are family. I'll probably hit you up or get your email or send you a message or something and let me know. And I'm gonna send y'all. I don't know how to do it on YouTube yet, but I'm gonna work it out to see how I send you guys a message so I can see when you guys are on, and then I'll put it on. Because you guys know I drop these videos at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock at night. I'll drop them at 7 in the evening because I'm thinking that's when everybody's home. And this one will be the same thing. I'm not gonna drop it till 7 o'clock. But again, in retrospect too, people asking me, how old are you? I mean, I've been doing this for years. I mean, since 1999 is when I actually first started. And then 2001 is when it started taking off. And, from there on, and during the process, I went to college through the process. I went to college through the process. I went to nursing school through the process, to the process, to the process. And all these many, many years, that's how I got my status. That's how I got my titles. That's how I got my experience through all these years. And then you come to a point where you go, this is it. Am I ready? It's not going to be overnight. When you do a business, it's not overnight. A business takes a lot. It takes a lot of money to do a business. You have to pay for so many different things, and you have to pay yearly for certain things, registrations, LLCs, the logos, trademarks. It's money. You have to have money to do it, but you can always start first. Start first. Get the material out there. Get your material together. It took me quite a few years to actually get the material together. I started actually getting the material together in 2015 and coordinating it where you guys can actually do the course. In 2015, I started with having people just come to my house. And then I had people, after I got off, I would have people come to the school and we would do it in my office, or we would do it in my classroom after class is over. And then 2018, I started doing it online. When I started doing it online, I didn't do it how I'm doing it now. I would just see people and they would see the Sapphire Position Coding, on my car. I have the 2 magnets on my car, or, I would give out flyers and everything. I still do that. I give out flyers. I go to the mall, wherever. I have a sign-in sheet. I have all that kind of stuff. By 2018, in North Carolina, I started meeting a lot of people there, and I started doing like seminars in hotels. And I have a girlfriend. She lives in a hotel, so that's a good thing too. Those of you who want to start this business, she lives in the hotel, and I actually invited her to the school to do a seminar for my students. And it was so ironic because she actually went to North Shore to do a seminar for my sister, a program my sister headed over there. And she came to my school to do a seminar for my billing students. So and it was so crazy. She lives in the hotel. And back then it was like all of us really do, and people would move to North Carolina, came around from out of town. We all stayed in hotels. And I mean, I have some co-workers that like 8-9 months in hotels. And that was because we had to go to so many different places and we were in hotels. Everybody was in hotels. We was teachers. At that point, I used to ask her, well, how do you live in a hotel? I mean, this girl, she's in a suite. And she said that she's in the hotel because they had the conference room. And that's where she holds a lot of her conferences. She meets doctors there. She teaches doctors. She teaches nurses. She teaches a HEMA. She has a HEMA. So I do AAPC. So that's different. That's hospital. But, you know, they have a similar type of teachings. But you want to do this business, do it. You got to just set your mind to it and do it. I mean, I have nights where I'll just wake up and be like, okay, so you still going to do 65 or you going to 100? I'm doing 100, but I still have to have my day job. I have to have my day job. I'm just a workaholic like that. And sometimes I'm working from 5 to probably 7. You know, I try to keep my office doors open for people who need to get to me to 7 to 7. And that's both. You see doctors, they text you. I got doctors that text me notes and everything else. No, I don't think they should do that, but I can't change the mode. If this whole facility does how all the providers, they send you notes and everything, you know, of course we have the HIPAA protection on the phone. I just sometimes I just like leery, like, okay, so he finished now. He really want to send me this note, you know, but it's not hard in this business. Okay. Medical terminology, medical billing, and coding rock the world. Don't just do medical billing. I praise all these ladies out here. They doing it. They are doing, I mean, actually people with 10,000, 11,000, 12,000. I'm like, oh Lord. Sometimes some of them say 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, but actually some is new. You know, and y'all are out there. Y'all want to know, am I changing my niche? No, I'm still a teacher. I'm still putting my course out there, but I am going to add in, how do you do this business? I've showed you guys some of my formats and how to make a document and turn it into a PDF. But you've got to use your mindset and come up with the strategy. And you've got to go through different sites and government sites and make sure that what you're teaching them is what's going on now. A lot of what's in these books are just updated. You got a book from 2016, they just updated it. Now, I ain't saying it's CPT and ICD-10. We rolling different with that because there's different codes in there. They got to update that. So make sure you have the current book when we get ready to roll through that class. By the time this term is over, and you guys who are starting again, start again. Those of you who start on a daily basis, because yeah, anybody can start. It's just that some people come in, I get like 10 people in January, they know when that class is starting. Everybody coming at one time. So all of them are on the same page. You can start today. You can start the program anytime you want to. And I still will give you the same 100 that I give them. You'll be on a different time schedule. That's all. You'll be on a different time schedule, your own, but I'll be there for you. So I'm going to close out this video and I'll try to come back with another one. I'm going to drop that syllabus. And again, business. Some people say checklist. They have a checklist for how they built their business. I have a checklist for my goals and what I was to accomplish as I started creating this business. At some point, I'll put that on. I'll clean it up and I'll put it on if you want to see it. Y'all want to see that? Send me a message. Let me know. If you want to see, I call it my goal list, the goals. But it's the same, a checklist. I've heard people say checklist. Okay, it's a checklist. Do this. Did you do that? Did you do this, that? I have a whole list of social network, this, that. Did you? 20 of them. Roll it out. Roll it out. No, you're not going to be superstar overnight, but it's going to take time. That's why I'm giving YouTube this time. Because YouTube has to take time to grow. And I watch all kind of stuff on YouTube to see how they're doing X, Y, Z. And you should see people tell me everything. I forgot my friend's name. And you know, she sent me a message. She said she listened to my video. And I forgot her name. I did, but I remember, I think Jasmine. It's Jasmine. But she's such a doll, you know. when my daughter said, "This is her." Yeah. You'll be surprised, but a business takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. Learn your skill. You want to do just medical billing, just do medical billing. I seen people on here, they are masters. I'm telling you, I mean, I saw somebody the other day, and she had a whole checklist on what she did and what she accomplished and how she did it. People who are doing medical billing, they do that at 100%. I'm presuming that they do medical billing for different companies. I have a person on my Instagram. She goes to different facilities and doctors' offices, and she markets herself to them, and she does the work. I don't do that. That's different. That's different from what I do. I don't do medical billing. So let me clear that up. I don't do medical billing. I don't do coding. I don't even code. I correct their codes. I make sure that they are coding correctly. If someone is out and I've got to pick up the slack for one of my employees, I will drop and do the coding. You see what I'm saying? I'm not a coder. I go in and I correct what I need to correct, or I interact with the coders who are in different states. If they have a problem, Miss Lambert, this code is not working. Miss Lambert, can you give me something in the place of this, Miss Lambert, XYZ? That's where I come in at. Okay. I don't, I don't, so I don't recruit like that. I don't market like that. I go in as leadership. That's it. I don't go in as a biller or a coder. I teach billing and coding. So let's fix that. Uh, but they are gems. I mean, they are gems. They do their thing and they do what they have to do. So we're a little bit different. I have a store, I have a product. So there's many different things that I do other than what you see other billers, coders, and teachers may do. I have a couple of things that I dwell in. I dwell in the store. I dwell in my products. I sell scrub heads. I have masks and uniforms. And this is how I'm growing. You see that? This is how I'm growing my business. But I keep it in the medical field. I keep it educational. When you guys go to my store on Etsy, you see that I'm uploading several different things. And this is not only for medical facility. This is for students who are taking my course. I will be loading CPT books, this, what you need for my course. I have plenty of books that I haven't used or books that I've used that I'm not using that you guys can just use to play around with. I'm going to throw in there $5, $2, stuff like that. So yeah, there's, different things that I'm going to put in that site. Highlighters, just for XYZ. I'm waiting for my Alibaba order right now so I can put the rest of that stuff there. So yes, there's different things. My courses, I sell my courses in whole. They come in thumb drive, and I mail them to you directly. So you can upload digital XYZ, whatever you need to do. That's why I like to get you guys input so we can talk about Miss Lambert. How come you don't do it like this? And I'll go, well, why I don't? Let me try. So, that's what it's about. I'm trying to get it to where, you guys want it to be. So again, so that I just clarified what I do. So any of you on my Instagram, you want to know what I do, that's what I do. Okay, so it's just different services. Okay, I teach nurses coding. I teach doctors coding. I consult. I consult providers. Okay, they got to know their worth. Okay, I do billing for different companies. Okay, when I say billing, RCM leadership. Okay, I don't sit here and do billing for facilities and doctors. I can get them a biller in a minute. That's what it's about. So any one of my students or any one of my past students, they need work. And I got a doctor that needs a biller. I'm calling her. Okay, I'm calling her. And she's going to do the billing. She's going to do the accounts receivable, payment posting, collections. Okay, I don't do any of that. I used to. That's how I started. That's how I started. You see, that's how I started. I don't do any of that anymore. But I teach that. I would teach you. I got a list. I don't even give it away, but y'all need to join my program. Y'all need to get one of you get my cousin. Get the medical billing. The medical billing comes with orientation, and that orientation has everything in there that we have. Okay. I've just my bracelet just popped off. It didn't pop off. I think I messed with it and it just came off. So I'm gonna close this out and I'm gonna go over it and we'll see what's what. I see that little arrow right there. I don't know. Um I'll get that fixed. But I'm gonna sign off right now and then I'm gonna review this video. I ain't making no edits because I don't know how to make the edits. Probably about the summertime I learned how to make the edits. Jeff said he gonna do it for me, but I don't know. I teach him how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time, and watch out for that syllabus. Watch out for that syllabus. I'm gonna make that video. Yeah, I did. I cut my hair. I like it long, but I like it. What do they call this? I forgot. But blue bob, what it is. I like it like this too. You see how clean it is. I like how it is clean. As long as a little witchy down here, because I used to do the extra, but I kind of like it like this. Yeah. Okay. Look at us. She giving me the flag. You're done. I'm done. I'm done. Okay. So we're going to get back to you in a little bit, and I'll put that syllabus out there. Okay. So good luck. You guys have a blessed day. And I'll see you again. Don't forget, you are not too old to do this business. Just step by step. You got to learn it. You got to learn the business before you own it. Okay. I don't know what that is popping up there. You got to learn the business before you own it. You want to learn it with me. Okay. I'm so motivational. You should hear me on Twitter. I'll be saying all kind of stuff. But I have a passion for what I do. I have a passion for what I do. It's not just, okay, let's do so and so, and I'm gonna go by this book and I'm gonna so I'm not saying that people do that, but I have a passion for what I do. So when you stuck, I'm stuck. Because if you don't prosper, I don't prosper. You ever heard that expression? Respond to superior. That's what it means. I'm responsible for you. Okay. So I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to review this video and then I'm going to go ahead and post it, but I'm going to do it for 7 o'clock. Okay. You want it before then? I don't know. I might put it on before then. No, I'm posting at 7 o'clock because I don't know who's home or who's out school. But I'm going to start sending you messages and actual. Okay. So I'll see you guys. See you again. Bye.